Forget watching those sappy romance films for Valentine's Day. I've got the dark, gritty, disturbing Valentine's Day movies. But watch these with caution, because I promise you, some of these are going to stick with you, but not in a very good way. Before I get into it, make sure you tap that follow button if you enjoy everything horror. Grab your fucking popcorn because I've got Blue Valentine with Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams. This film will definitely stick with you. The story follows a couple who fall drastically in love with each other, but it will also show you the downfall of a marriage. This film is one of the most raw depictions of a relationship that I've ever seen. It's extremely graphic, vulgar, everything. This movie deserves an award. The acting is supreme, 10 out of 10. Next is High Tension. This one is definitely talked about in the horror community quite a bit. This is a French film, so it is in subtitles, but I promise you it's worth the watch. The story follows a beautiful young woman named Alex who brings her friend Marie out with her to the country to visit her family. Soon after they get settled in, they are attacked by a truck driver in their home. And this attack is extremely brutal. One of the most brutal attacks I've ever seen in a home invasion film. There's more to the story, but all I can tell you, the plot twist on this threw me for a loop. And I was not expecting it at all. 9 out of 10 for the rating. If you've never seen Fatal Attraction, you better jump on this one. Michael Douglas and Glenn Close provide incredible performances. The story follows a lawyer, Dan, and a co-worker, Alex. Dan is married with a daughter, has an affair with Alex. Alex becomes extremely obsessed with Dan, and not in a healthy way. Alex begins to stalk Dan and his family, as Dan turns her away and says that he cannot continue the affair. Things get really dark and really scary. This film reminded me a bit of Play Misty for me, but I like this one better. 10 out of 10 rating for me. I love this film. Another great obsession film is Fear, starring Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. This film lives in my head rent-free and has a brilliant soundtrack. The story follows Nicole, who falls in love with David. Head over heels in love with David, she does not realize that David becomes completely obsessed with her and not in a healthy way. David will then soon start to stalk the family. Things get dark and twisted and sick. 10 out of 10 for this one. Another obsession film with Beyonce, Ali Larter, and Idris Elba. This one takes place in a workplace. Derek, played by Idris, has a beautiful marriage with his wife, Sharon, played by Beyonce. However, Lisa comes in the picture at Derek's workplace, played by Ali Larter. Lisa becomes obsessed with Derek and tries to win him over. Derek turns her away, and Lisa starts to kind of seek her revenge and tries everything she can to win Derek over. Things get really intense. I loved this film. It was entertaining. I'll give this one about a 7.5 out of 10. Wild Things. Let me tell you guys right now, twist after twist. The ending was fire. Brilliant performances. This one is saucy, sexy, and it will